My name is Nick Sanchez, and I graduated from the Executive Life Coaching Program at Coach Training EDU last year. I'm currently working in progressive political advocacy and going to school to become a therapist. Yeah, so I was born in Los Angeles and grew up in the suburbs, and was fortunate to have family around and grandparents and cousins and parents. And yet it was quite a sheltered experience for me in the suburbs, and it was influenced by sort of the alienation of modern life and capitalism and structured religion. And I never quite felt like I fit in with that. I came out as gay in college, and yeah, there's been a journey of trying to think about the human experience within these systems and within the world that we are born into, and the disconnect of modern life as well. And my first job was washing dishes, and I ended up working in restaurants and just thinking about psychology of the workplace, occupational psychology, and ended up having a career in human resources. And began to do coaching in that world, and began to see what labor means and what the workplace means, and did that for many years. And then, the words of Reverend Angel Kyoto Williams, if you're not actively disrupting power, you're colluding with it. And I realized that had become my career. And so I made some choices to shift lifestyle of living and take some time off to think about what was most important to me. And in that came up, thinking about being a coach, thinking about going back to school, thinking about working in politics, and a firm commitment to, help each other to wholeness, and really think about how we as individuals and how we collectively and how we as queer people fit into the world, and how we don't fit into the world, and how we create our worlds together. And like Tony Kushner said, therapy is good, but really only community can heal. And so, I'm most interested in how individuals and groups of people, families, friends, queer healing, how that can help us all to live most fully. Yeah, I was inspired to become a coach over many years. I think I was fortunate to have coaches myself who made an influence on my experience. And personally, thinking about what I wanted to do with my life and realizing that's a lifelong process of exploration. I realized the power of coaching, and I began to use coaching in my career unofficially. And I realized if I'm going to be coaching, I should probably be trained to do this. So that's when I found Coach Training EDU. The advice I would give is to slow down, or that's the advice I wish I had been given. And I was in certain ways. Slow down and listen to the world around you and nature and yourself. And once you slow down, listen to what's there and listen to what that is guiding you towards, and see if that is coaching. Yeah, you know what I tell someone younger than me? I would tell someone younger than me that we're here to support them. That those who are a bit older are here to support you. And I think that could be made a more explicit message in our society, that we're here to support the younger people in what they want to do and helping them to become who they want to become. Yeah, coaching has impacted my life in helping my ability to listen and be present for others. And it's also helped me trust that others have the answers within themselves. I think what I learned most about myself during the Coach Training EDU process was that I can be there for others. You know, I think a lot of us begin this coaching journey because we have had a good coach before, or someone's told us maybe we could be a good coach. But I think all of us aren't sure. Maybe some people are. I wasn't sure. And coming into Coach Training EDU and working with the other coaches and the trainers and role playing and listening each session, I really began to understand. Yeah, I just began to understand I can do this. Like I can actually be a coach, and I think we all can. And that was a really beautiful moment to think that all of us could be coaches too. You know, my biggest influence, has not just been one person. I think I've been fortunate. I've been quite influenced by my grandparents, Nani and Tots, on my mom's side, in their care for family and community. And I've been influenced by a lot of the queer healers out there and queer sort of people who are thinking about what their path would be. Gloria Anzaldúa, Tony Kushner, Ram Dass, and people who said, I'm going to create my world and see what that world is. And some of the spiritual or meditative practices, Cecil Williams, who created Glide Church in San Francisco, and Suzuki Roshi, meditation practitioner. Yeah, I think those are some of the influences for me. Yeah. As you can imagine, it's those who actually cared, right? It wasn't the ones whose class was most structured or who did A, B, and C. It's the ones who I remember being, seeing me as a human and caring about my growth and development. I'll mention two. One was in high school, Miss Jones, and she just took the time to tell me I was special. And that goes such a long way for a young person, I think, to see something special about youth and share that with them. And then I had a professor at UCLA who I don't remember what her name was. And she just took such a genuine interest in my writing. To the point of sort of asking questions because of the depth that she had went into the writing and the care for the writing. And that really influenced me. That really influenced me.